Dawn is looking at me like, what? I don't know what that is or what you're talking about. Go talk to her. I'm like, oh, I can't talk to her. So anyway, Rebecca, if you're ever watching this, I heart you.
And everybody on the 30 Rock cast, everything hurts you too.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the song you listen to the most on your iPod?
The most?
I don't know. I don't have an iPod. I lose them. I've had 3 and I lose them also. I disciplined myself and I said I'm not buying anymore.
I have so many songs. I usually just put them on shuffle. I never listen to one song over and over and over. I usually listen to albums over and over and over. Mm-hmm. Like I listen to Coldplay's Viva La Vida probably 100 times.
Yeah, I listen to that one a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I like a song, I'll listen to it over and over and over again for a long time.
I think I listen to.
What are your top? Like, what do you think are the top 3 songs that you've listened to the most in the last 3 months?
3 months.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to too much music in the last 3 months because most of the time I listen in my car or I build playlists.
Oh yeah, you don't have your car out.
Yeah, so I've been listening to the radio more than anything. I've been listening to a lot of Silver Sun pickups.
Really?
On the radio? Yeah, I really like them.
I don't know who they are.
Yeah. But I don't know, I would say that, the greatest artist in my collection of music, like the greatest amount, I should say, of music by a particular artist, I have U2, Coldplay, India Arie I have a lot of.
Really?
Mary J. Blige I have a lot of. I really, 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 really like Radiohead's In Rainbow's album.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that last song.
The 15 step. So yeah.
Any that you want to weigh in on? Some of your favorite
artists? I don't know. The most that I have. I cannot speak today. Words out. The artist who I have the most. Don't pour me any more of that. The artist who I have the most songs of on my CD or on my iPod are probably my iTunes. They're probably Billy Joel, Patty Griffin.
Oh yeah, she's pretty great.
Springsteen I have a lot of, and then just cheesy Broadway stuff that nobody listens to but me.
More people are listening to it now because of you.
That's awesome.
My husband even listens to Broadway now because of you.
Yeah, but only when I'm in the car. He just tolerates it.
Do you guys do any good impressions? Julie wants to know.
Oh no, I told you not to ask me that question.
Oh. You do some great ones, Joy. You know you want to bust one out right now.
Well, sometimes I can do Drew Barrymore, but it's really like a spiritual experience when I do her. I mean, when I impress. Oh my God. But you know what? That's not what she said. That's what you were gonna say. I know.
Leonetti's, folks.
At Galeotti's.
Good. You do any impressions?
I can do Elmo.
She does do pretty good Elmo, actually. Go ahead.
Oh my God. Okay.
That tickles.
Okay, wait. Do Brian Fellows.
Oh my gosh, okay. Throwback to Tracy Morgan, not Jordan, Saturday Night Live. He did this character called Brian Fellows. Okay. I'm Brian Fellows. Oh, you see that rabbit cut his own hair? Rabbits can't cut their own hair. I'm Brian Fellows.
Oh my God.
Awesome.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Alright, nice, ladies.
Thanks.
Okay, Natasha wants to know, what are the qualities you both admire in each other, and what are some of the things that annoy you when it comes to each other's personalities?
That's nice. No, it's nice. I really, what do I admire about Amber? She's always really gracious and kind. She's extremely thoughtful. Like, just always, picking you up a cup of coffee that, when she goes to Starbucks, she always texts, say like, hey, can I get you anything? Or, I was grocery shopping and I know you like these chips, so here. And, it's just, you're so thoughtful. And I love how intentional you are about relationship and making sure that the friendship is always the first thing that comes into play when it's like really easy because we have so much to do. There's so many things that get done, and I just really appreciate that I can always tell that you have such an awareness of the friendship and the fact that if that's not in place, if you and I aren't doing well, or if there's tension, or if I had a bad day, or if it's weird or whatever, it's always like, okay, what's going on? Like, how are you? What's happening? Let's do this first before we start diving into all the business. So, I don't know. I really appreciate that about you.
Thanks.
Cool. Yeah.
I think there's some similar words in there for me with you. I have found that you are incredibly gracious, and I really I do appreciate. A lot of times you have the ability to see when somebody's kind of spinning and stop the spin.
That's funny.
and help bring focus to things sometimes, which I do appreciate so much, because there are times when emotions can get, for good or for bad, they can start to go out of control, and you just have a real great ability to kind of ground and say, okay, wait a second, let's just stop for a second, and this is really what's going on, and I've always really appreciated that about you, and I think you're one of the most generous people I've ever met, and so there's just there's an intentionality and a thoughtfulness that you have too, but it goes beyond even just the cups of coffee. It's just a continual sense of generosity. It's like, what can I do to help you? What can I do to encourage you or give you the opportunity to do something that you didn't have? And you do that with so many people, so I've always really appreciated that about you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So, what annoys me about you? What annoys you about me is what I meant to say with that face on, but then it just came out wrong, and now I look like a bitch. This is PG-13, folks. I mean,
Sorry about that. Hey, they say that on primetime television.
They do. That's right.
Look, everybody's got things that
She gets annoyed that I multitask and I zone out when I'm done listening.
Yeah, I do get annoyed at that. But here's the thing. The thing with Michael raises his hand at that.
Yeah. It's a bad habit.
But I think the thing is, your father-in-law said this once. The things that drive you crazy about a person are also the things that you would miss dearly when they're not there.
Yeah, it's true.
So I think all of those little annoyances, they're just personality differences.
Yeah.
Like, I'm super chatty. I could sit and talk for an hour to myself sometimes. So
you and Antoine could get in a room together.
he's way worse than I am.
Yeah.
But Antoine, you can go forever, dude.
This is the great thing about Antoine, who I love to death. And he is really a really wonderful human being. But Antoine, I did an experiment once where we were driving from set to base in the van. It was about a 20-minute ride because it was far away. And Antoine gets in the van, and he was already talking before he got in the van. So he has this amazing ability to where if he's talking to you and you leave the room, he'll just keep talking until someone else comes in and he continues the conversation with them. So we got in the van, and I'm like, I'm just gonna try something. I'm just gonna not say a word and see how long he goes. And he talked, and I just made the corresponding facial expressions to what he was saying, like, oh, and he talked the whole time. It was fantastic. I've never seen an ability like that before, ever.
He does tell some great stories.
He does.
They're like totally out of this world. Like, what is that? There's a show or something. Somebody was like, are those for real? And they're like, yeah, really, those are for real.
That was your own little story right there.
Leonetti's from Galeotti's.
I loved it in Utah because you guys told me that would happen, and then all three of us are standing there, and one of you walks